Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Libra February 5, 2023. With today's Sun-Uranus square, there can be difficulties concentrating at times. You may feel pulled in several directions, and your next step is unclear. It may be best to focus on the moment just for now. Worrying too much about your next step can be a waste of energy when you are uncertain of the final destination. Someone in your life could surprise you, or there could be disconcerting competitive energy with or between family or a partner, making it difficult to relax or unwind. Keep yourself open and flexible, because sometimes unexpected change can help you move forward and away from bad habits. Channeling extra energy into making plans or organizing the home and possibly family activities can be successful. Consider that you may be feeling torn between wanting time to yourself and a craving for companionship, which can end up sending people confusing signals. Don't tempt the universe today. This tension will feel like lightning crackling in the air around you, starting to build. This is because the mighty Sun, our greatest luminary now orbiting in your solar house of domesticity, will get into a screaming match with electric Uranus, who is now spinning across the sky from you in your solar house of partnerships. This ensures that a horrible conflict could pop up, demanding you make more time for your lover or family. Both sides want more from you, but you'd be sacrificing time from the other. You will need to make a radical change in your work and life balance. As a fixed sign, you tend to be quite stubborn and set in your ways. So, as the Sun in Aquarius squares Uranus in Taurus today, you may feel a bit more reactive, since the square will push you toward making an adjustment to have a better work and life balance. It is time to be open to letting go of certain commitments, prioritizing different arrangements for a more individualized schedule, or reopening a past conversation to see what changes can be made. While it has been 2 days since the moon left your financial sector, even in ordinary times your financial instincts would still be sharp and you will still be unpacking a download of information. Yet this first visit since Mars' direct turn seems to have awoken a sleeping giant, and with his longest retrograde phase here in 8 decades now behind him, the warrior planet of the cosmos is ready to resume his fight to see you take your financial power back. Today's aspect will arouse your emotional nature. Try to keep your heart open to all that you feel, the easy feelings and the difficult ones. There is no reason why you can't have a few days of being down in the dumps emotionally, while at the same time treating yourself well with a balanced diet and exercise. And don't forget the water you are supposed to drink in ample quantities. Try to experience your emotions with total acceptance, so as not to impede your health consciousness. This day may present you with many creative and unique methods of advancement. You may want to develop your personal portfolio or your spot in the workplace hierarchy. With the essence of this day surrounding you, you're well advised to proceed with caution in taking on projects or commitments. While you often strive for financial gain, you do not want to overextend yourself right now. Look for resourceful ways to complete the tasks at hand successfully, and then move on to the opportunities that are being presented to you. Before leaving an adventurous part of your chart today, the moon will form a friendly aspect to dreamy Neptune in a playful and creative part, something that will help to maintain a balance between work and play as things take a busier turn. It is the moon's return to your career sector that not only begins the lead up to the only full moon here this year, but a chance to energize and fire things up on both the job and career fronts. While the moon is only here for a few days, this is something that could have ongoing implications. After a friendly aspect to Venus, the planet of love in your romantic sector yesterday, the moon is spending its final hours in an adventurous part of your chart at a friendly aspect to dreamy Neptune there. It will be another 10 days before Venus and Neptune will align, and with the most romantically charged weeks of the year still in front of you, the spirit of romance and adventure in the air today is a touch of things to come. Our eyes in the sky. The Sun in Aquarius squares off with Uranus in Taurus today. At this time, we are showing off our sentiments and uniqueness for the world to see. Today, We might want to take a walk on the wild side and let other people take notice of the parts of ourselves that we usually hide. You can now be totally open and carefree in how you represent yourself as you throw caution to the wind and live your life. Everything is not going as well as you hoped, and as a result, the pressures and anxieties of life take their toll. This is mainly due to you trying considerably harder to counter your run of bad luck by being overly efficient. If you find this is the case, relax, accept sometimes what you're trying to achieve isn't possible, and allow yourself a special treat instead. When trying to resolve outstanding issues, you must avoid reacting impulsively, and be prepared to encounter some difficulties. Don't be disappointed at this apparent block to your progress, but take full responsibility for any mistakes that result, otherwise, you create difficulties for everyone involved. If you wish to invest your savings in something new, now is the time to do it. People are being open and honest with you, so you can probably even trust your bank advisor. He will handle your cash carefully, not merely thinking of his own gain. If you're considering investing in something more tangible, don't hesitate to ask others for advice. If you decide against it, you will suffer no adverse consequences. In good shape, your mind and body are in perfect accord and you feel totally invigorated. You're able to take advantage of this feeling to stay on top of your fitness regime. You appreciate how quickly your athleticism is improved, and you're much more aware of your strengths and how effective your stamina is. In the morning, the Cancer moon opposes Mercury in Capricorn, hindering us from thinking clearly. We draw subjective conclusions based on feelings and memories of lived experiences. But then, the logical part of our brain chimes in, picking apart our own argument and rationalizing how we should be behaving. It can feel as though we're in a battle with our own minds, making it impossible for us to find equilibrium. Try to relax. Remember that life events don't have to be compartmentalized. Your response doesn't have to be either or, one way or the other. Could there be a way to get these two seemingly contradictory attitudes to meet in the middle? Be sure to avoid making any big purchases or making a financial commitment unless they are absolutely necessary. If you have to, then try to deal with them in a clear-headed and considered way that cannot backfire. You just can't find the right way to get the best out of your transactions. No matter what you do, your investments tend to make losses. Positive results can't be forced through, of course, so don't try to have your own way. It would be wrong to buy stuff to comfort yourself. You might end up with empty pockets. Afternoon, the moon trines Neptune in Pisces, a harmonious influence. It appears that our sensitive side has tipped the scales, providing us with an extra dose of self-compassion. Embrace it. Life doesn't have to be so stoic and serious. There is hidden beauty all around us that we can tap into. Permitting our intuition to take the reins places us in touch with greater creative, imaginative, and spiritual potency. We recognize that problems do not have to be dissected. Mining them for signs can evince meaningful medicine.